listen, man. Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight. And I want to address that before we start. Have you noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm no longer working with the previous co-host. So I have to address the elephant in the room, right? I wish them nothing but the best, but we just going different ways, right? So very soon, we're going to have a different format for Foreign Insight. When I have special guest hosts come up here, and we have discussions about real uncomfortable topics. So with that being said, this is your host, your permanent host, me, Dan Maddox, and my two special guest hosts today, D. Go ahead. Do yourself.
We got the Brooklyn alien up in the bizzle for shizzle, my nizzle.
Who you be, Chris?
What's going on? I'm Chris. A lot of people know me from a relationship podcast, and I'm honored to be here, bro.
I appreciate you, man. I had with Chris, because I didn't know, me and Chris were supposed to work together a while ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he got busy. This guy's a busy-ass dude, man. I ain't gonna lie, he's busy. I see him on Instagram with houses and stuff looking proper, and I'm like, damn, I'm broke, but I kind of want to get a loan to get that house. But I can't pay the banks back. So I can't get the loan to get Chris the money so I get the house. But listen, y'all can do the money, get it to Chris, man.
Most definitely.
So listen, man, let's get right into it, man. This whole brother Polight situation, man. This thing's been having the internet going crazy. And before I give you my input on it, what's your views on brother Polight? And then you go to Chris after.
Well, my views has changed. Usually when I hear anything that involves molestation, pedophilia, I said, man for dead, man for bun. But, you know, I mean, I'm all about facts. And today I really took the time to dive deep and educate myself on the topic. And it's scary, man. You know, I feel that talking about the situation at hand, you know, because I can never literally say what a person has done and what a person hasn't done. But in regards to this particular situation, in my best Jamaican voice, yo, the woman lie. Plain and simple. Like, yeah, money, hungry. Yeah, that's only a few words. But she a liar.
So you feel like she has straight up cap, straight shot?
Yeah, I feel that she's straight up lying because I really took the time to like listen to her. I guess I'll call them her voice notes. You know, she said he asked me if he can take her downstairs to tell her how much of a good mother I was. Then she corrects herself, and then she says how much of a good mother I am. And then she turns around and she says, you know what you did in that hotel room, right? So I'm just like, wait. It was downstairs, hotel room, club. What was it? You know, it seems like she's just like going a whole bunch of places. You know, she's like Doctor Strange going into massive different dimensions and realms right now. Yeah.
From well, I know of Brother Polight from being one of them woke Pan-African guys, and he seems super intelligent from when you're just looking at him from the outside in, right?
Yeah.
Pause if necessary. And
If necessary.
yeah, if necessary. So when you see a gentleman like that that's well spoken and seems knowledgeable, you kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? So now when this thing comes up, this is a couple years ago?
Yeah. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was, from my understanding, he was dealing with a woman that had a 14-year-old daughter, and he allegedly did some, well, we don't even have to say allegedly no more because he pled guilty.
Yeah.
But he did some heinous activities. From everything happened on Zoom, and from what I heard, you know, she did, I guess they was on vacation or something. Because she was like, oh, we're going to go outside and take some vacation photos, and I'm going to take the daughter downstairs and talk to her about, you know, you being a good mother and so on and so forth. And then from there, he took her to, like, I guess a hotel room a few hours later on, and then got her drunk and fed her drugs and did what he did. So I'm not sure. I did find it kind of funny when I listened to her, I guess, testimony when she was talking to the judge and talking to him, and it did seem kind of forced. You know, that day, February, whatever, 2021, and like supremely specific. So I did find that kind of funny, but I'm not too sure about what's going on with that.
Yeah. I mean, we never, like none of us are like the oracle and we can prevision things and know things. But yeah, I feel, because of the fact that I feel she's more money hungry versus being concerned about her daughter, that's why I lean towards, this whole thing is fabricated. The only reason why he had the option of doing a plea deal and pleading like guilty and avoiding multiple years in jail is because she didn't want to take the situation to court. And in most, if not all cases, if it has to do with anything that's harming a child, you are 99% sure that you're going to win the case. So why did she provide him with the room to actually negotiate with her? And basically saying, okay, I'm not going to take this to court, but I want you to pay me this amount of money over time. And then I believe that he was supposed to pay her like $5,000 immediately. And then over the course of years, he was supposed to pay her like
$25,000 in total.
Yeah, it just seems bizarre to me because, I mean, listen, man, if I were the father of a daughter, the most important thing on my mind would be to get the truth out there and get, the fact of my daughter was a victim of this and that, and we have to get this person off the street. It's like, forget the amount of money that I could be paid. Put this person behind bars for the rest of his life. But no, it's like, you want him to go away for 7 years. Then she was in agreement with not having him added to the
having him labeled as a sex offender.
I'm like, list. And I'm just like, it's like, how, if he did touch your daughter, how could you look at your daughter in the face and say, we got all this money, but yeah, he's not on the sex offenders list? There was no need for that. And it's like, how could you be okay with giving him the shortest amount of time in jail so that he can come out of jail and he can do that to somebody else? So given all of those, I'm going to say anomalies, facts, that's why I'm just like, no. Like, you know what? It's either if he did do this, it's either this woman isn't in her right mind and she's just deranged, or it's the fact that he did not do it at all, and this woman is like money hungry, and it's like, and now people on her side, they're nowhere to be found. All of the specimens and forensic evidence, all of that is gone. It's vanished. 2 days before everything was supposed to happen, it's like you're calling up the accuser. You're not even having you're not even having a representative call him. You're calling him up yourself, and basically saying, oh, I dropped all the charges.
But here's the part I don't understand. And here's the part that gets me aggravated, because I was invested into this case from the beginning. The fact that I supported him, and I still support this man, because by me supporting him is wishing that it's a lie. Because I don't want no black girl or white girl, any color girl getting molested. So I'm hoping she's lying, because I hope she really didn't get molested. You get what I'm saying? But here are the facts. People tend to forget what the initial story was. The story was the mother came out and said that Brother Polight took her daughter to a nightclub. And then they end up into a hotel. But before that happened, the police report says that her lip was busted. But the people need to ask why her lip was busted. Because they leave the part out that the mother and her daughter had a fight. That's the part people leave out. Why are they fighting for? By their story. Not Polite, it's their story, it's the police report, right? Because I follow that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Her lips busted? And saying, what? It's kind of confusing. No one's mentioning this. Fine. They go to, the hotel. It said Brother Polight. They had semen on her shirt and semen on her clothes. And she wakes up with his fingers down her throat, make her try to vomit. That whole story sounds sus. And at the time, I'm like, I don't believe it. But then again, I don't know. It could actually happen. I don't know, right? But here's the question. Remember black women always say, we are the most unprotected, neglected person in America? The fact that the mother, by her own story, let a grown man she's fucking take her daughter to an environment with grown people with drugs and alcohol as involved, a nightclub.
And there's no ID check?
So that's literally neglect right there. Literally neglect. To be okay with a man bringing your 14-year-old daughter to a club. What kind of mother are you?
But she knew this is on record. She knew that he was taking her to a club.
Yes. This the part that this was the original story. So I mean, this don't make any sense. It don't make any sense because mind you, this is the reason why a lot of little girls get molested because these women are reckless with men around their goddamn child, right? But then I watched the case, the pre-trials, things like that, little back and forth. They kept dropping the sex charges. They kept dropping them. Then they add more. Then they drop some. Then they add more. I'm like, hold up. They dropped the main charges. So what? So it sounds fishy to me. People don't understand what he's pleading to. He's not pleading to any sexual thing. So he didn't go to jail because of something sexual. He went to jail, but he's pleading for child abuse and they call it delinquency of a minor.
Yeah.
Right? This is what he's pleading for. And he's pleading for because they're trying to say, although the mother knew she was drunk or the drug system, whatever, and you knew prior on the phone, you didn't report it, you could be guilty as that. See, now, you know what? Because mind you, the girl probably told my daughter drunk, and once he hears that, he don't report it to the cops, he can go to jail for that. Right? So now, hit the part. So we acting like this girl couldn't have been drunk before she got to him, right? Or high. Or that part left out. The part I don't understand. The people say DNA on the girl's shirt. Once again, 14-year-old girls and mothers share clothes at times. They share shirts. We don't know if he bust her ass and got his sample on the shirt. And for example, me, one girl I was messing with, I had sex with her. She took her brother's T-shirt, wiped the cum off her face for her brother's T-shirt. So now if the DNA would have came, then it came a forensic team and found my cum on his shirt, does it mean that I messed with her brother? It don't mean that. Now to get to the actual facts. The mother and daughter both dropped all sexual charges. Why is that? That is very sus. That is very sus. And allegedly, she asked him to bring her daughter to the club, and he denied it. Now, that's supposed to come out. Last time I checked, if he was guilty of all this shit, he'll be in jail fighting the case from jail. He won't be free fighting the case because they had evidence. The sex kit didn't prove no rape at all. It was all negative. The woman who claimed to find 5 different or 6 different semen specimens can't be found, and her name is Stephanie Thompson. She can't be found. She can't be found. The mother's story is going against her original story. Not only that, Let me calm down for a second. Because you know why? This shit it gets me tight. It gets me tight. The fact that all y'all woke niggas, as I always said, I don't trust woke niggas. Mm-hmm. Y'all woke niggas ain't nothing but degenerates and dashikis and Mortal Kombat jury. I don't trust none of y'all niggas, nigga. Y'all niggas wishing for a man to be a molester so bad that y'all wish that she got touched. Do y'all understand how hateful that shit is? No one can show me any article that proved that he actually did it. Now, listen, if he actually did it, he deserved whatever come to him. But there's no proof of it. He plead guilty to a different charge that he's going to fight anyway. What the fuck is wrong with black people? Yo, son, we are fucking crazy people, son. We are crazy. But the same people, Lizzo lying. Once again, these same fat girls, I'm going to say fat, these same fat girls can just make up things on Lizzo with no evidence. And what happened to Lizzo protection? So now this same shit can't happen to Brother Polight, who's a millionaire. Why? Because he's a millionaire. You don't like him because he's a millionaire. But now that he's rich, you act like women can't try to trap this man. It's very possible.
Okay.
I got more to say, but go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I'm not talking too much, but I got tight. Go ahead.
All right. So, man. So like
hold on, my bad. 2 days before the deposition, the mother and daughter just drop everything. Last time I checked, let's bring up Michael Jackson, for example. Michael Jackson, when his first case. That was mad sus too because you're supposed to go to criminal first, then go to civil after. Mm-hmm. That's how you win more money. These people just went straight for civil, no criminal. That's a sign of a liar. That's a sign of a money grab. This case, if my daughter got touched by a man, like, and you know it for a fact, no, I want him to die or I want him to go to jail for the rest of his life. Why not fight that? You say, no, I'm good. Why are you giving up? Brother Polight, I can't wait until you release and your lawyers release all the transcripts and all the text messages of the truth, man, because I'm tired of black men getting hung by lies. Look at Brian Banks, the football player from college to the NFL. He didn't get to make the NFL because of that. He tried out after he came up from jail, but he did like 4 or 5 years in jail over a whole lie. Mm-hmm. And he come home, oh, I'm sorry, he went to jail. I'm tired of black men going to jail for how black women lies. We keep saying over and over, people don't want to believe black women because y'all fucking lie, nigga.
You know, it's a very toxic trait. And you know, first of all, I'm going to say some black women, not all black women. Yeah, they have this.
One more thing. The fact that he got to but not all black women shows you what I'm talking about. Because while me saying black women, I don't mean all black women. That's the given. But the fact that he got to make it clear shows you the type of climate we living in today. My bad. Go ahead, bro. I'm going off today.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck that shit, nigga.
So, yeah, you know, like.
I must need her ass whipped. I'm sorry. She need her ass whipped, son. If this woman is lying, she need her ass whipped by other black women, son.
You know what the problem is, though?
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I take that one back. I can't incite violence.
The problem is the fact that it's very possible she could be lying. Right?
Very possible.
Because it's a million cases out there where women get mad at you. They want the extra money. They want whatever. You just upset them. And now it's just like, all right, word, I'm going to pimp my daughter out and put her on blast to the entire world to get this 25 bands.
Yeah.
Right? Very possible. We don't know. Like, whatever happened, they the only people that know what happened. You know, whether it's true or false. It's just that it's the fact that it's a possibility because of history. Like, yo, I need some extra money in my pocket.
Can I ask you a question? What happened to innocent until proven guilty? We just automatically say he's guilty. And mind you, how is it DNA on a clothes but no DNA on person? There's no DNA of sperm in her mouth, on her hair, on her butt. None of that is on her body, but it's on her shirt. If she allegedly sucked your dick, it literally makes zero sense. How you saying he tried to give oral? If he tried to get oral from the little girl, she would have DNA in her mouth, son. It will be there first. So he just
a simple rub up against each other, that's DNA. Sweat glands, right? You know, like so, like it doesn't even have to be necessarily like. Sperm.
Unless what if he put a condom on?
No, but I'm
nutted
talking
in a
about
condom, pulled it off, and it fell on her shirt.
But that's also a possibility, right? I'm agreeing with that. But my point is, the way how they made the story, it don't make sense. Yeah. What they're saying, that he made her throw up and then he busted her lip. All kind of, it kept going one, but no one's actually watching the little pre-trials when they're just dismissing shit. Because what you say in public is not adding up into the actual court. I dare anybody on the YouTube land to pull up where he's guilty at. Yeah. Because it's their proof to show that he's guilty of this.
You know, like in all through this, the woman is the one who's in charge. So when you hear that the woman and the 14-year-old dropped the charges, the 14-year-old didn't drop anything because the 14-year-old doesn't have the right to. The 14-year-old is a minor. So basically, I feel that it's when things began to hit the fan, and when the mother realized that things are becoming clear. Okay, just drop the charges, but as Maddox said, that. I mean, she should get beat up, all that. But I'm not gonna say beat up, but
she should be checked.
But it's like.
Now, if she's lying, she need to get fixed. If she's lying, she gotta get fixed.
If she's lying, she needs the same sentence that he would have got.
Oh, that's a fact.
I agree.
That's a fact.
I agree.
At least because,
double it. Double it.
Yeah, because the thing is, defaming somebody's character, right? No matter if it's removed from paper, it's like
it's still on their back.
Exactly. To be connected with words such as rapist, pedophile, molester, to be connected and associated with those words, people will not want to work with you, even if you were deemed innocent, even if charges were dropped or whatever. Right? Your life is really, really affected. So I feel that people who tell major lies like this and defame somebody's character, there needs to be a law that's implemented within the state of New York that you are gonna serve jail time for that.
And that's why I big up my bro Tommy Sotomayor, because he said this a while ago and I'm going to repeat it. Black women, those type of black women, are literally the right hand to white supremacy, if it exists. Because in the way in the hell, no one is going to hold these black women accountable for the try to destroy a black man's life who's a millionaire.
Yeah. I grew up, okay, so
I'm only going to come to find out, allegedly, they had an argument the same day when it also took place. And she's saying the reason why she didn't report it early enough because he said, don't say nothing because it's going to ruin my career. So that's why she didn't initially report it. That never makes sense. It don't make sense because, think about it. If a nigga hurt your child.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to protect you.
Exactly.
Because you didn't protect me or my family. I'm looking up, no, you hurt my daughter, you hurt me, but I'm going to protect you for your money. Fuck that. I want blood. If I don't kill you in the heat of a rage, you going to jail. I'm ruining your life. I'm not waiting a while to report this shit, bro. It sounds sus all across the board. I'm tired of women using their kids for fucking money. That's come on. Brother Polight, once again, I wasn't there. So mind you, it could have been possible that this shit happened. That's why I waited the whole time until it cleared up. And when I found out that the shit was just dropping. It was zero evidence, bro. The sex kit came back negative. Everything, hold on. It's not adding up. And we act like black men who are millionaires aren't target amongst black women.
They definitely target.
We look at Karens only, white women only. White Karen. And when you do that shit, you get blind by the black Karens. Cause that's how I know. I know a lot of black Karens and Keishas, man.
Yeah, the black, and once again, you know, some black women are all
like
black
a
women.
preacher. I'm sweating in here. My bad.
Toxic black women that I've witnessed are women who probably weren't toxic before and become toxic, but at some point they become like toxic. They're known for this statement: "I'm going to ruin your life."
Oh,
I won't be surprised if she texts him that.
Right, and
it happened to me before.
And basically,
probably all of us.
And basically,
was the girl white?
No.
You know,
what color was she? My bad. What color was she?
Look like us.
Thank you.
I've never heard a Caucasian woman say, "I'm going to ruin your life." I've heard Caucasian women say, "I'm going to take you for everything you have." You know, I'm going to
Don DeMarco.
My father's a judge. He'll have your ass.
You know, like yeah, exactly. My father's a judge. I'll have your ass. I'm going to take you for everything that you have. So white women, they go after you like legally. White women, they go after you like legally, but black women, they go after you and they go after like, they go after your character. They go after your character, they go after your character. They would rather spread a rumor about you touch some child so that you can go to jail, so that you can get beat up by the other inmates. They want you to walk the streets and have somebody throw like freaking rocks and twigs at you. Like you walking on a freaking cinder block, falls off the roof on your head.
My thing is, it's like, what makes it tough for me, 5,000 though, like eventually it goes to 25, right? But she only gets 5,000 restitution immediately. The other 20 is broken up into increments after he comes home. Yeah. Now, if something happens to him in jail, whether he gets into a fight or whatever happens, he now has to do an entire 61 years. So she may never see that other 20 bands.
Exactly, and that's
why it's tough for me to be like, it's some money. And also, did the lawyers do it pro bono?
No, it's a money grab, because if he found guilty, you can sue him.
Yeah, but now your assets is frozen.
No,
or could be.
No, but if he's found guilty, you can actually sue him now. It's frozen from him to use. It ain't frozen for him to pay out you.
But he had conversations with her through this whole thing. He's having conversations with her. And he basically told her, he says, I'm being drained. I'm being drained. Like he basically right. She's having conversations with him. He's having conversations with her. And that's how this whole plea deal also came to be. It's like, if you're going to put me through this, the money that I'm paying my lawyers, I could be paying you. Mm-hmm. Like, how much do you want right now?
Let's settle.
Yeah. And mind you, and the thing is, think about it. That's how I heard his lawyer fee like over $200,000, like as his lawyer fees, right? Mm-hmm. Because him and people on average, they can fight it because they got bread. They can fight and get their own specialists in. Mm-hmm. Even when people get killed, their own autopsy team, they can have things to go against the state one, mm-hmm. right? So mind you, when all that stuff is happening, he's mentioning type of things going on. We tend to forget that he's not no average man, not an average dude. It's not. Dudes, before we go, please be careful to deal with women who have children. Because you can come across a woman just like that to coerce the kids to lie with them to get you in trouble. It can happen to any one of us.
And mind you,
wants to be the first to say goodbye. My bad, go ahead.
And mind you, supposedly they weren't together when this whole thing happened.
It was dealing when it happened.
Right. To me, like, I really think that, like, you know, like, usually I think the other way, but to me, I really think that she's scorned because she didn't become one of his other wives. You know, because he lives the life where in order for him to bring in another wife, that prospect has to meet the wives who are already there. Mm-hmm. And because of the fact that she gave him time or whatever thing may be, and the dealings did not work out, I feel like she's bitter. Because
and no lie, the fact, and I guarantee you, bro, women gonna see this thing and hate every last one of what we're saying because they refuse to listen to the other spectrum of it, the other end of the spectrum of the conversation. They're adding, none of this shit is possible. It can't happen. What she said is golden. Remember when Tupac allegation came? Women didn't believe the girl because Tupac looked good. Tupac looked good. He didn't do that shit. California. None of that shit happened because like Tupac, he looked good. But mind you, the girl could have been telling the truth. Right? We know, let's be honest, she wasn't telling the truth. Let's just say it could have been. None of it was there. Like right here, this shit could have been. I wasn't there. So I waited. I just questioned the story because it sounded very sus. And I waited till the facts come out. And there's no facts that he did anything. So now, it's an uncomfortable conversation. That's what's called foreign insight for a reason. Everyone will have the same narrative. Oh, look, bad girls, not a TV. It's bringing up old stuff. It had nothing to do with this right here at this moment. Nothing. We had to address what happened here. And the fact that y'all really want him to go down shows me you really want this man to have touched the girl.
From what I've heard,
that makes sense to y'all?
Brother,
I don't want that to happen to no blue girl.
It's kind of dicey because you definitely don't want the little girl to have gotten touched. At the same time, you don't want to believe a mother would make a lie like that on her daughter.
But it happens every day.
Like that. That's why it's so dicey. It's like, damn, what do you really? It's kind of like, what do you want to believe? Like, do you want to believe she got touched, or you want to believe this woman is crazy enough to make her daughter lie about getting touched?
But think about it. How many times you hear about black men who ain't rich? Kids will lie. Mommy, he beat me. And they will tell their stepfather, or their real father, can beat the nigga up and kind of find out that the girl lied. This happens over and over. You know what I'm saying? So, man, wrap this show up, man. My bad. Last word.
Brother Polight has bought all of his wives their own house, right? This chick didn't get a house. I think
she ain't make the cut.
She not a wife, though.
Exactly, right? And I think yeah, right. Like my feelings, my intuition is leaning more towards like however long they were dealing. Like, yo, we've been dealing, blah blah, and I'm just gonna walk away with it didn't work out. Hell no, you know.
Last word, Chris.
I don't even know. I don't even know. It's tough. It's tough.
I just say, man, my last word is this, man. Men, be careful of the women you date with kids, and mothers, be careful of the dudes you date while you have a child, because you can let a creep in your damn house.
Exactly.
No matter the money. Once again, we wasn't there. We know what happened. I'm just saying there's no evidence to prove that he did it, because last time I'm checking, everything was negative, and he's not going to jail for that sexual charge. That being said, man, black women lie too.